Right folks, here's just a wee video of this crank up tilt over mast. Now a big thanks goes to FixitNige on YouTube. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can go and see this thing operating. It's basically the difference between mine and Nige's one was mine is a 2-piece and his was a 3. So under the ground here is 1.4 tons of concrete with a 100 by 100 box section by 8mm 3-foot length of steel with quite a sizable amount of rebar welded on. It looks a bit like a porcupine. I should have actually taken a picture of the hole, but I never, but there we go. So this is literally an identical copy of Nige's one. Big thanks to him. He's got 12-volt winches on his now, and I have 2 standard 1200-pound winches. Now you'll see here what is on here are just aluminium number plates bent over to stop the water from getting into the cable. Everything on here is identical, literally I think, to Nigel's. These are aluminium pulleys with bearings inside them. I'll just give you a look here. And again, same locking mechanism at the back, which you lock into place once the mast comes into the vertical position. 16mm bolts. And it's been quite windy in the past few days, but this thing didn't move 1 inch, honestly. It's fantastic. Different story when there's an antenna on the top. It'll go up to 50 feet. It's 2 7.5 metre long sections, but obviously the inner section needs to go inside. And at the moment I think it's just on 40 feet, so there's nearly I think there's about nearly 10 feet inside, and it's held with a locking pin. Here is a mechanism here. When I pull this wire is attached to a locking pin, the same as what Nigel's done in his one. And there we go, let's have a wee look up, you'll see here. So it's up there, so there's a steel pin actually taking the weight of the inner, and when I pull that wire it disengages the pin and allows me to lower the inner one on this winch here, and this winch here tilts it over. So really both these sections of steel you're looking at here are 80 by 80 box section. The inner section at the top is 60 by 60, and again I've put pads in to take up the gap, and I'll show you a picture as well of how I attach the cable to the inside, and you'll get the drift of how this is done. So if you're any good at welding, to be honest with you, this thing was very simple to make. It's not rocket science, as they say. Right, so that's it. Probably cost me, now I just bought the 2 7.5 metre lengths of steel, which I think cost me 78 quid, and I was 140 pounds for the concrete. That's for 1.4 tons, and the concrete, the machine actually came right into my back garden, put a 10-foot chute on and poured it into the hole. So there we go, that's it. I've actually also got 3 lugs welded on up at the top to put guy wires on, and I'm not going to need them, to be honest with you. I'm going to build a rotator cage and fit that once I decide what type of antenna I'm going to fit on the top of it. I did think about a hex beam, but to be honest with you, if you look at this item here, this is a whirligig that we call in the UK, and a hex beam doesn't look that dissimilar to that. And well, I think a Yagi might be a better order of the day. But there we have it. So if I can thoroughly recommend this, honestly. It was really windy the other day there. I've just finished this no long ago, and this thing just does not move. Obviously it's got a 3-foot, the hole was 3 feet deep but 3.5 feet wide with 1.4 tons of concrete underneath there, and that isn't going anywhere. Anyway, like I say, I got the inspiration from watching FixitNige's YouTube channel, and happy days. So at the moment there's an end-fed half-wave multi-band stuck up there just now, and aye, not too bad. Got Australia, Falkland Islands, blah 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 blah, and aye, it'll do for just now until I get the steel to build a rotator cage, but that's all for now. So that's it folks, bye.